Who would have known that that would be the thing that they got so many new people in to say, oh, I'm going to watch this 100 meters.
It's a big drive there from Letsile Tebogo. It looked like he almost fell out of the blocks. The Olympic...
Tebogo in the book. Here comes Lyles, they're easing through. Going well on that side. Simbine, but Lyles is going to take it.
These two side by side down the home straight here. Lyles going to the arms. Lyles trying to hold off Letsile Tebogo.
Lyles fourth from the left-hand side. I'm surprised they could hear the gun. There was a massive roar in the stadium.
Big introduction for NoahLyles. He's a three-time consecutive world champion over 200 metres. The only 200 metres...
Slingshot around the bend. Hughes running well in the middle. Knighton's trying to go with him. Watch the clock.
It's not because I like track, because NoahLyles might pull out a new card and I want to see what card it is. You know, it's a lot of fun.
In a season already filled with shocks, showdowns, and shifting power in the sprinting world, one man just stepped back into the spotlight to rewrite the entire script, and he hasn't even run the 100 meters yet. Olympic champion NoahLyles has officially confirmed his 100-meter season debut at the London Diamond League on July 19th, and track fans across the globe are holding their breath. After months of injury recovery and silence, Lyles emerged in Monaco last week to demolish his biggest rival, Letsile Tebogo, in the 200 meters. But now he's entering the Lion's Den, the event that will define his dominance or destroy his momentum. And here's the twist. He's not just racing for redemption. He's racing to crush the men who think his throne is up for grabs. With a sold-out stadium in London, a stacked sprint field, and Olympic flashbacks still fresh, this isn't just another race. It's a full-blown sprinting war, and NoahLyles is walking in with a target on his back.
It's definitely my type of place. You know, I love a big crowd, and I like it even better when they are engaged and they, you know.
World champion of what? The United States?
Thing, you know, and of course, being a showman, I want to give them that show. I want to give them that entertainment. I want to give them something they can't get by just watching on TV.
NoahLyles' 2025 season was on life support just weeks ago. A nagging tendon injury sidelined him during the early part of the year, forcing him to watch his rivals, particularly Letsile Tebogo, dominate headlines and race results. Many fans believed his time was up, that the Olympic champion might never return to peak form. But Lyles doesn't follow scripts, he flips them. With almost no warning, he entered the Monaco Diamond League and torched the track with a blistering 1988 in the 200 meters, humbling Tebogo in the process. That single race flipped the narrative. Gone was the injured star watching from the sidelines. In came the showman, the crowd magnet, the undisputed American sprint king. Even Tebogo admitted post-race, Lyles is the face people come to see. It wasn't just a win. It was a statement to every doubter. Lyles is not just back. He's dangerous. And the scary part? That was his warm-up. His real show begins in London. This isn't just a sporting rivalry. It's becoming psychological warfare. At the 2024 Paris Olympics, Letsile Tebogo stunned the world and humiliated NoahLyles by taking 200 meters gold, while the American superstar had to settle for third. That image of Tebogo celebrating while Lyles watched from behind haunted headlines for months. But in Monaco, the tables flipped. Lyles didn't just win, he dominated. And it wasn't close. The gap was enough to silence every critic and remind Tebogo that the sprinting crown wasn't up for grabs just yet. Tebogo's words after the race were telling. He praised Lyles, even called him a magnet for fans. But beneath the compliments was something deeper, recognition that Lyles still controls the spotlight. For Lyles, London is the next battlefield. He's going head-to-head with the man who stole Olympic gold, and this time, it's not just about winning. It's about reclaiming dominance, reshaping perception, and reminding everyone who built this era of sprinting greatness. The London Diamond League isn't just a meet, it's a stage. A statement, a battlefield. The venue, Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park, home of the legendary 2012 Olympics. The crowd, 60,000 roaring fans, sold out weeks in advance. And the mission, supremacy. Lyles picked London deliberately for his 100 meters debut, one of the most competitive, pressure-packed, and star-studded stops on the Diamond League circuit. And unlike other US sprinters fighting tooth and nail in the trials, Lyles has a golden ticket. Thanks to his Olympic title, he's secured a bye to the World Championships in Tokyo. That means he doesn't need to qualify. He just needs to dominate. While other athletes worry about making the team, Lyles gets to focus purely on destruction. That strategic edge gives him the time to experiment, test tactics, and enter London with the confidence of a man who's playing chess while others are sprinting checkers. And if history tells us anything, Lyles with time is Lyles at his most dangerous. But London isn't a coronation, it's a gauntlet. The men lining up beside NoahLyles aren't there to admire him. They're there to end his reign. Oblique Seville from Jamaica enters with a scorching 9.83 season's best. He's also the only man to beat Lyles in a 100mm final since 2023. Akani Simbine from South Africa, always a threat, is gunning for a medal after a near miss in Paris. Then there's Akim Blake, a silent assassin with a 9.8 time who could explode when the lights are brightest. These men aren't just fast, they're hungry. Every single one sees Lyles as the man to beat, the kingpin, the measuring stick. And if Lyles isn't perfect, London might just be the meat that brings his empire crashing down. For NoahLyles, this race is about more than just time, it's about timing. This is his one and only 100 millers before the World Championships. If he dominates, the sprinting world will crown him the undisputed favorite. But if he loses, it opens the door to chaos. Tebogo's revenge, Seville's rise, or Blake's breakout. The stakes aren't just medals, they're mental, they're personal. Lyles needs to plant doubt in the minds of every rival heading into Tokyo. He needs to show that Monaco wasn't a fluke, and that he's just as lethal in the 100 millers as he is in the 200 millers. This is the moment to silence whispers that he's more entertainer than executioner. And don't forget, he's only run one outdoor race all year. If he shows up in London and dismantles a world-class field, it changes the entire narrative. Suddenly, he's not just back. He's the man to beat again. But if he falters, it could get messy, fast. For the first time in over a decade, American sprinting has momentum on both sides, men and women. NoahLyles, ShaCarriRichardson, Grant Holloway, they're all world champions now. The US didn't just win medals in Budapest, they shifted the global balance. Jamaica's sprint monopoly is under threat. The 100 millers double, Lyles and Richardson, is something Americans haven't pulled off in years. And the scariest part for the rest of the world? This might be just the beginning. But history warns us. Dominance is fragile. The London Diamond League will show us if Lyles can keep rising, if Alfred can stay on top, and if Sha'Carri can silence her critics once more. Every race is now a referendum on American sprinting. If they sweep London, Tokyo becomes a formality. But if they stumble, the wolves will circle fast. One thing is certain, sprinting in 2025 isn't just a competition anymore. It's a war zone. And the London stage? It's ground zero.